Hello and welcome to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about whatever your kids find joy in, you may just end up loving.
So the big question is this: how are parents like us, who don't have a manual, who are doing the best we can, who feel as though we aren't enough, how are we going to raise healthy, happy children who we are proud of and still keep our sanity in that process? That's the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Ryan Roy, and welcome to I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, a podcast for parents who are being real with themselves.
Hello and welcome back to this episode of I Don't Know Jack About Parenting, where today I'm going to be talking about whatever your kids find joy in, you may just fall in love with. So I'm going to share with you, and I think I may have or may not have. I do so many of these episodes, sometimes I forget which ones I've done and I haven't, as I have a mental log and a sheet of ideas and thoughts I want to share with you guys as an audience. But the love of baseball, I've never really enjoyed the sport. It's one of those things that are a little bit slower. It's not something I ever really played. When I played it recreationally with my friends, I wasn't that, I was never that attracted to continuing to play. It just was a slow sport for me, and I prefer a sport with a lot more action. But watching my son compete, grow, wanting to and asking to practice and throw the ball and field grounders, and Dad, can we go outside and bat? Man, and I'll share with you the thing that got me the most just last night at his game. And I'm going to share with you, his team is 1-7, but they're the best group of kids who compete, who care, who laugh, who goof. And the parents, it's a bunch of dads, right? And dads always want our kids to be good at stuff and compete, but the dads have a really great demeanor to them, although they want, them to compete and do well. They're laughing and goofing and serious when it needs to be serious. And I think the thing that got me last night was my son was going up to bat for the second time. There were a couple guys on base, and I opened up the dugout gate, and I said, go ahead, you're up to bat. And he runs out there with full enthusiasm. He doesn't stroll out there. He grabs his bat, and he runs up to bat, and he's ready to go. And one of the other coaches, he yells out to me, he goes, Ryan. I said, yeah. He goes, I love his hustle. And I laughed. I said, well, right now it's kind of all he has, so he better hustle, joking to him. And he goes, man, that's all I ever had. Look at me. I'm not a big guy, but I hustled and I work hard, and that's so much more important. I love his hustle. And I looked at him and I said, it's probably what I had going for me too. So thank you for that. He's like, it's awesome. And I know, he's not the best player on the team, but I know he has the drive and he has the heart to want to be better. And he supports his teammates. And when he doesn't do as well, he feels as though he let down his teammates. And all I keep reminding him is, and dads, listen, moms, listen, all I keep reminding him is, just do your best. If you try your hardest and you do your best, you will get better. And one day, when you're leading the team and they're relying on you, there's going to be another kid that isn't that good. And he just hasn't had the amount of repetitions you have. He may not be as good athletically. And one day, I want you to put your arm around him and say, hey, as long as you do your best, this team will support you. So I'm finding a love in baseball that I found in so many other sports, but through my son, because what sports brings is camaraderie and teamwork. Look, I don't know jack about parenting. I know that our kids need to interact with other kids, and they need to be accepted by other kids. But in order to be accepted by other kids, you must first accept other kids. And I think that's what I'm teaching him. I know his teammates. They goof off. They do stuff. They mess with each other. They kick each other in the butt. They do cup checks with the baseball bat. I mean, they're not swinging hard, but they're like cup check and they're whacking them in the weenie. I mean, they're doing boy things that you're supposed to do. You're joshing each other. You're razzing each other. And it's so much fun to watch. They're razzing the other team a little bit where they're like, they have their little chants in the dugout. I don't know any of them. And I just love watching my son last night starting to lead one of those chants. And his team following behind and going with it. And they're not winners on the box score, but they're winners because they're all having fun. And that's what sports should be at 8, 9, and 10 years old. These boys should be having fun. You know, it's bringing me back to thoughts of playing sports myself. And I'll just share this one little story and then I'll let you go today. But I was a sophomore in high school and I was playing volleyball. And I had played in middle school and we didn't have a team the freshman year for the boys. And they actually brought boys volleyball into the school that year. And we were a bunch, as our coach would have called us, a bunch of scrubs. We weren't very good at all. And throughout the season, we got better and better and better. And one of the things early on in the season, we had just come off our first game. We actually won. We played, and after that, we had a practice. So we're 1-0. We're not very good. And we had one really good guy and like two kids that were okay that could hit. And I was the setter. I was kind of the quarterback of the team. And as I was setting this, my friend Josh couldn't hit anything. He could hit the back wall of the gym. He could hit the flag on the ceiling, but he couldn't hit the ball down. And he looked at me, and we're running plays, and he says, just don't set me anymore. I got options, 3 options. And he was one of them. And like 5 plays in a row, after he asked me not to set him, I kept setting him. And he got in my face, and he started screaming at me. And he said, I told you to stop setting me. I'm not playing well. And I said, well, guess what? I'm going to need you tomorrow in the game. And if you don't get any better today, you're going to be no good for me tomorrow. So I need you to get some practice reps in so that we can win tomorrow. And I believe in you. And he got so mad at me. I said, so you better start hitting it in or you're going to get really embarrassed the rest of the day today and tomorrow. And this is at like 14 years old. The next day in the game, I'm having a horrible game. And I looked to the coach, and I said, Coach, pull me out. And Josh says, Coach, you're not pulling him out, just like he wouldn't stop yesterday. We believe in you. Who's he going to put in there? There's nobody better than you on the team. So we're going to win with you or we're going to lose with you. But you are our guy. And guess what? I believe in you. We went on to win that game that day. And we went on to win a championship. Because we believed in each other. And we played together. And that is what my son is learning, although they're 1-7 right now. And it's amazing. So if you think like baseball's too rough a sport or football's too rough a sport, don't look at the negatives. Look at the camaraderie that's going to be built with your boys and girls by being on a team, and how other people will believe in them outside of you or outside of themselves. And that's what makes the difference in their life long term. Now, I don't know jack about parenting, but I do know his joy is teaching me to relearn how to love sports. We'll see you in the next episode.
Do you want to be the dad you wish you had? If so, go get my free book, Be the Dad You Wish You Had, at BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com. Inside, you'll find my most effective 40 tips to quickly and easily transform yourself into the ideal dad. Go to BeTheDadYouWishYouHad.com now and get it while it's free.